Excuse me. All right, I'm trying to get back to my screen now. So you look at my screen and you see a very interesting quote. It says success is about taking advantage of an opportunity. It says success is about taking advantage of an opportunity. Well, if you think about it, actually, if you've ever thought about it, that what is success? What is success to you? What is success to me? You look at my screen and you see a very interesting quote. It says success is about taking an opportunity. Okay, excuse me a bit. I'm trying. Well, if you think about it, actually. All right, so I figured there was never thought about it. That what is success? What is success to you? What is success to me? All right, I figured there was a challenge earlier. All right. Hi, Ayola, welcome. Thanks for coming. Now, so like I was saying, you might have thought about it some time ago that what is success, right? And this man is a pretty much successful man. If you check out the history of American football, you'd see Mike Ditka was one of those men that has gone on from football player to now someone that leads a lot of things in that space. And he defines success as taking advantage of an opportunity. So if you've ever thought about it, that what is success, right? So your success doesn't have to be currently, someone that is in tech and the person is earning so amount. Your success is not really about what that person is earning. It's more about how you're taking advantage of the opportunities that come your way. All right. So, and we're going to be talking about, we're going to be sharing a very massive opportunity with us today that would just put you directly on that path of getting successful in technology, right? So just, watch out for that and look forward to that. Now, brief about the tech industry. One of the things that a lot of people actually come to tech industry for is remote work, the privilege of working remotely. Right, the privilege of working remotely, the privilege of not having to go to work, not having to go to work physically. You can do your work from your house, and I'm sure that there are a lot of people here that are really interested in that, that are interested in working remotely. Another thing is diverse job markets. We see something called diasporans. And I'm sure that, you people here, I'm sure a number of you will know people that are called diasporans. These are people that, they currently they live in Nigeria, but they work outside of Nigeria, so you can say a Nigerian that is living maybe in your estate or on your street, but is working for Facebook, is working for Google, is working for Amazon, or is working for a country in Croatia or in Ireland. Those are people that we call diasporans. So it just brings to your mind that this tech thing is actually a real thing. Some people might not tell you, but that is a lot of people are in tech right now, and that's exactly what they're doing. So because it's a very good market for organizations there to employ people here. So diverse job markets, one of the very core opportunities and one of the very core things that you need to know about the tech industry. Now, thirdly, inclusion and diversity. Talking about tech, tech is limitless, really. If you think about it, you're not limited by gender, male or female. Interesting thing is, I know some young ladies that are in tech that are doing very awesome, like amazing stuff, right? Really amazing things that they're doing, and you get to see a lot of people. I know a couple of people that I don't want to mention their names, but they are leading and they are managing successful brands. Take for example Flutterwave. I'm sure everybody here knows Flutterwave. Their senior product manager is a lady. So if you're a lady and you think that tech is a guy's thing, it's not actually. So talking about diverse job markets, like I was saying earlier, it's not limited to coding. If you've ever thought about it, that I want to get into tech, but tech, that coding thing is too hard. Tech is not, it's not coding, right? Coding is just one very small niche of tech. Under tech, there is product management, you have graphics design, product design, you have so many other things that you could actually learn from. All right. Now, better job benefits, imagine somebody that is earning, that was maybe, I'm not going to mention any career before someone says that I'm saying that their career path is not good, so imagine someone that was earning, say, maybe 200,000 or 100,000 in the role that they currently are, but this person then gets into a tech field, those tech skills. Maybe the person becomes a product manager and the person starts earning in dollars or in pounds or in euros. Say the person is earning like 2,000 euros, for example, very small money, 2,000 euros in foreign money is small money, but that's almost £1,000,000 in a month, right? And according to Nigerian standards, that's actually good money. Do you understand? I mean, earning £1,000,000 in a month in Nigeria, in a year, that's 12 million gross. Okay. So evolving sectors, you've heard of NFTs, you've heard of cryptocurrencies, you've heard of the blockchain, right? So you've heard of product management is also an evolving job role, right? So these are just some very, very brief information about the tech industry. And this, like, I'm sure that everyone here, actually, you have an idea of what can happen, right? The amazing benefits that lie at your feet, just by getting into the tech industry. I can go on and on and on and on and talk about, so many other things that are happening in tech industry, share some opportunities, but because of time, I'm just going to move to the next slide. Now, who is bringing this webinar up to you? So, Olayemi, your hand is raised. If you have a question, please let me know in the chat. I would really like to know in the chat, okay? If you have a question, please let me know in the chat. All right. Now, like I was saying, who is bringing this webinar? Who is organizing this webinar? The name of the organization is DesignU, and pretty much what we do is that we equip young Nigerians with tech skills, really, and primarily that's it, and show how you translate those skills into earning and economic opportunities. Like that is really what we stand for. DesignU is about designing your future today. It's not about design like graphic design or product design or machine design or any industrial design. It is really designing your future. That is pretty much what it's about. All right. So that's what DesignU is. We focus on prosperity of Africa. And we're not just saying this as cliche, it's what we've done times and time again. And we're always ready to do that. And that's one of the reasons why we are bringing this webinar up. I see a typographical error in my slide, apologies for that. but you get the idea, right? All right. So my next slide. Now, statistics of some of the statistics in the tech industry is, advertised job roles in the digital sector have grown 36% since June 2020. Maybe I shouldn't even just mention some of these stats, but even if you're on Twitter, Instagram, or anywhere, you're just at work or anywhere, you're hearing about tech. You're hearing about tech. That, okay, there's opportunity in tech, right? And people are making money from it. There's opportunity in tech and people are making money from it. Like, these are things that is becoming the thing everybody says, right? But now this webinar is now helping you, is now going to help you get into that space of being part of people that are making that money, right? You're not only just going to be hearing about the opportunities, but you will now be able to get into the space where you are also learning. You're also able to get into the tech space, and you can call yourself tech bro. I'll be tech bro, I'll be tech sis, and earn quite a lot of money, So to my next slide, average earning of 3 tech skills, we just pick these 3 samples. Product manager, in Nigeria, people that are working for Nigerian companies, we're not even trying to shoot it to working if you get a foreign job, and so we're saying product managers and averagely above 400,000 in a month. A graphic designer earns above 200,000 in a month, and that's because we've seen a rise of a lot of graphic designers. Doesn't mean it's not a great career path, right? I'm just saying, that's why. Oh yes, you will get a recorded, version of you get a recorded version, right, in your email, hopefully in the coming week. But I advise that you actually try as much as possible to partake here, because there's some information that we will share here that you might not be able to partake in if you only listen to the webinar, or if you only listen to the recording. Okay, so I would advise that you try as much as possible to partake, right? Think about it now. With all these things that I've shown you, do you think that learning a tech skill is important or not, right? Would you rather learn a tech skill or not? Just think about it, that what is stopping you? If you think about it now, the only thing stopping you is you. All right, the only thing stopping you is you, right? And some of the skills that I recommend, actually, if you want to, so in your mind now, you're thinking that, how can this guy just speaking English, there's money. How can I earn money with this my tech skill? How can I earn money with this my tech skill? How can I get it done? Graphics design, one of the skills that I recommend, man. Graphic design is it's not like I'm not saying it's easy to enter, but is that skill path where you can easily create, well, not easily, I mean, where professionals create visual content, communicate messages. Pretty much it's about how things are designed, those things you see on social media, those designs you see, that's what graphic design is, right? It's about communicating with illustrations, communicating by putting this together, putting this here, putting this shape here, putting this text here, putting this, arranging, just making sure you're effectively communicating, right? So let me just buttress a bit on graphic design, is that even if there that there are a couple of people that they're graphic designer, but the field is also still open, right? Meaning that there's still a lot of opportunities. We can't say the field is saturated, because we see employment opportunities about graphic design on LinkedIn, everywhere, so many job platforms, right? So many opportunities, so many amazing opportunities that that you can get from being a graphic designer. All right. So now, next thing, product design, UI UX. You might have heard this, UI UX, product design. They are pretty much the same thing, right? So product design is so look at my screen, for example. You see where home is, you see where tools is, you see this tab, you see this title of my document, you see all these icons that are here, right? You see all these icons by the right, you see all these things. This is what a product designer does, right? They design interfaces. Product design is the principle, or is the act of designing interfaces, how systems look like, the way your phone looks like. It's the work of a product designer. It's a product designer that is thinking of how, this thing is designed like this. And if you've been up to date recently, you would see some developments coming into the iOS, right? The latest iOS, I think iOS 16 OS for the iPhone, like such an amazing UI, right? If you also checked Windows 11, if you've seen the UI, such an amazing design, right? Minimalistic. So if it's something you're looking forward to, 15.5, not 16. Oh, really? Okay, thank you. I thought I saw 16 actually. Thank you for that. All right, now, I mean, amazing design, right? That's actually good, really good that I have people that are following, and people that are looking forward to doing this. Now, skills we recommend to start earning immediately. Third one is product management, right? You might have heard this a number of times, if you think about it. But product management is basically the process of planning, developing, launching a product, right? So you're saying your WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp on your phone, WPS app, Telegram, TikTok, Facebook, or yeah, Facebook is the app. So many apps, Gmail, YouTube, Netflix. Those are products, right? Products because there is a because they are they are called digital products, right? So you are able to move them from an idea, right? Before that, the idea you have in your mind that you want to build an app that will be able to connect the president of US and the president of North Korea and the president of different countries, or you have an idea about building an application, that will solve a problem, especially now that solutions are getting a lot of international funding. That is so you can that your idea can cascade into being called a product, right? And what do you now need to make a product succeed is a product manager. I spoke about the senior product manager of the company Flutterwave, I mean, the top African unicorn. Her name is Toby, I think it's Otokiti. You can check her out. She's a very amazing young lady. She's a product manager and she's very successful at it. So the work of a product manager, some people call product managers CEO of products, right? CEO of a product, meaning that they are the ones that make a product actually successful. I remember some of these apps when they get funding, you hear Flutterwave, okay, they got an investment, Paystack got a merger or an investment, this app got cheaper cash, this app, that app, the success behind them, is the entire organizations, but they also usually give special credit to product managers because they are the ones that sit on the product and make sure that it gets successful, right? So products, so pretty much that's what product management is. I just try to buttress on that because I know that might not be something that a lot of people are really familiar with. All right. So now moving on to the next slide. Now, so we're going to have a panel session, and it's going to be a really, really awesome conversation, guys. I mean, this is not a time for anyone to be distracted, guys. We're having some very awesome and amazing young people today, right? People that they're in tech, right? They're in tech. They're doing very good for themselves, and they'll speak to you more about their tech journey, and would also see how they've been able to progress from where they started from, how they learned the skill that they currently work with, and where they currently are. I'm sure they'll give us some ideas and some tips on how we can get into the tech space. All right, so to take us further in this session, I'm gonna call up my colleague Adiola to anchor this conversation. All right. So I hope you guys have learned one or two things from what I've said. I'll be back. All right, I'll be back. So let's have the panel session. Adiola, over to you.
Hi, good evening, everybody. What's up, Messi? Hello, everyone. If you can hear me, please let me know in the comment section. You can, the chat section. Please drop a message. Let me know if you can hear me clearly before we shoot. All right, all right. It's great to be here this evening. Everybody who has made it to this webinar, I want to especially congratulate you. You might be like, why are you congratulating? Because I know you've learned one or two things. I've been in this webinar all along, and I must say, I've learned a whole lot. I've learned a whole lot. So if you can hear me, like I said, just drop a message in the chat section. Let me know one thing you've learned from Micah's section. Let me know. Just drop one or two things that have stood out for you from all we've been discussing since the webinar started. So I can see your aunt Maureen. I can see your aunt Olayemi. You can just drop a chat. Okay, so Peter is saying my audio is low. All right, let me check that. Let me check that. So confirm. How about now? Can you hear me clearly? So Maureen and Olayemi, you might want to drop a message in the chat section. All right, all right. So Olorunfemi is saying the various sections in tech, that's good. So thank you, Benson. I get your feedback. Let me know if you can hear me. So yes, at this point, talking about those who have this experience firsthand, those that have gone through trainings, and yes, they are doing pretty well from their field of their field majorly. So let's do the honor to invite a few people. Like there are two people are here right now. If you can do a virtual clap, that would be good. That would be good. So Boma, are you here? If you are here and can hear me, please unmute your mic and say hello to everyone on this call.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you, Boma. Thank you so much. Also, I have Ayomide Olufolari. Ayomide, please unmute and say hi to everybody. All right. So, Maureen, I can see. So you're just joining. Okay. So, Maureen, I get you clearly. There'll be a recording of this section in your. You get it soon. All right. Thank you, Ayomide. I'm not sure if your network is good or was it just me. Can you just unmute your mic again and let's hear it? Okay. So, Ayomide, we are still waiting for you. Yeah, so quickly, this section, we're just going to discuss. Yeah, I want it to be as conversational as possible. All I'm going to do is just ask a couple of questions, and then we have our guests just discuss about it. So Ayomide, are you ready? And Boma, are you ready? Ayomide,
Yeah,
you're trying
hey
to
guys,
say?
good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you clearly now.
All right. Good evening, everyone. So good to be here.
All right, thank you for your time. Yeah, so first we're going to discuss visually. Okay, so sorry, guys, so Boma is a product designer and Ayomide is a brand designer. Yeah, and they are doing pretty well. I'm sure we're going to learn a whole lot from them this evening. Yes, I'm very sure about that. So, guys, I mean, for our guests, you want to probably discuss your current role with us. By your current role, I mean what you're doing at the moment, what is obtainable in your industry, and basically what people can get being a product designer or being a brand designer. So, Boma, you want to shoot, you want to tell us about product design.
Okay, so good evening, everybody, once more. My name is Boma Aginaobu, and I am a product designer. So, what I do basically is I solve digital problems. So, when I mean solving digital problems, I look at problems users are facing and think of a way on how to solve it while thinking about the business goal of the organization I'm working for. So, before Uber and all other apps came out, people thought about it that we need to solve issues, and the issue was moving about for high class people. We know that we normally use a normal vehicle to do all we need to do, but along the line, people started thinking, how do we solve this problem? So by looking for how to solve the problem, we started going into do research. So from research, then we came up with a proper solution on how to solve the problem, not just on how to solve the problem. Now, for every business, it's about money making, it's about to make money. So, as a product designer, you also need to consider, you also need to think about how the problem you're solving, the solution you're bringing out, will be in line with the business goal so that your business will not leave the market. Okay, so that's what I do basically.
All right, thank you, Boma. I hear you. I hear you. You think about solving a problem and you bring it into tech. So I hear you clearly. Also, Ayomide, want to hear from you, your current role, what you do, what is obtainable. what and what encompasses brand design? Over to you, Ayomide.
Uh, yes, sorry, I took a while. I'm trying to settle down. So currently I'm a brand designer and still transitioning anyways. Also also a product designer and I'm still transitioning. So that's the beautiful thing about the tech space. You're not limited to one scope. So you can always transition when the time is right. But I'll just speak to brand design. As a brand designer, your meant or your job description is basically perception information, and that is how do people perceive your brand. What can people say about your brand? What's people's reaction when your brand pops up to them? As a brand designer, you're not just a graphic designer that is job description is just meant to do designs for designing's sake. But you're actually designing for perception's sake. Why? Because like Buma said earlier, every goal the goal of every product or the goal of every business is to make it helping your business. Why should I patronize you? Is your brand presentable enough? So you serve like an intermediary between business owners and business uh, customers. So you are the intermediary, you are the one that is showing people what they should see about the business. And then that will now inform if they want to patronize a business. So basically brand design involves brand identity design, ranging from logo designs, designs, everything that encompasses the design, advert design, everything, but doesn't stop there. It continues to brand positioning. Those are like some other brand design concepts that you might just need to take a class. In one word, I would just say that as a brand designer, because trust me, you give every brand the life they live. If there's no blood in someone's body, that person would not live. So if there's no brand design in someone's brand, that brand, fine, the brand will be there, but its existence would be somewhat doubtful. So in order to make a brand stand out, a brand unique, you need a brand design. And as a designer, you have a superpower. You have the superpower to kill a brand or to either make a brand flourish. So tread towards the path of brand design. Don't do that. So did I answer your question?
All right, Ayomide, very well. But I need to confirm something, guys. Can you hear Ayomide clearly? I think from my end, there's a bit of glitch, so I need to confirm. Can you hear him clearly? If you can, just drop a message in the chat section. Let me know if it's from my hand or from Ayomide's hand. Okay, someone is saying yes, I can. All right, so let's continue if we can. Okay, someone is saying not too clearly. So Ayomide, you might want to check your network. It's a bit there's a kind of glitch, it's not too clear. So maybe you want to check that out. Maybe you want to check that out. So while Ayomide is working on his network, so Boma, you want to tell us what does it take to break into the product design industry? What and what is required? You really want to tell us about that? Yes. So I did is saying it's fluctuating. Yes. So Ayomide, I hope you can get me. I hope you can hear me clearly. Please, you might want to check on your network so that this section will be as smooth as possible. Yeah, so Boba, are you here? You want to really tell us what it takes to break into the product design industry. You want to quickly share that with us? Thank you.
Okay, so breaking into the product design industry is very simple. So the first thing you need to think about is the mindset. You need to have this mindset of solving problem. if you're not a problem solver, you would actually not do well as a product designer, because you would always need to talk to your users, you would always need to talk to your stakeholders and all of that. So after having the right mindset, then you need to have domain knowledge that is going online to know what it entails. Now, product design is not just, okay, we have UI, UX, we have product design. So you need to know about the user, you need to think of user interface. So now user interface, you need to learn the basics of designing, basics of graphic design, from colors, typography, and all of that. Then where you need to also think about business. So you need to be a very good business person, a very good salesperson to excel in product design, because you would need that skill. That's, like I said, when I was talking about what product designer is, I said something about thinking of how to align your business goals to what the users actually need. So the business goal, you need to know what it entails, how a business should make profits, and all of that. So when you have all of these skills, you're okay, you can dive into the product design world and you would excel very well.
So I hear you clearly, I hear you. So for you to be a designer, a product designer, you need to know how to look out, solve problems, like solve problems. So even if someone is saying, oh, as a product designer, I'm making you help me to do that, you need to now sit and think, okay, this is what I'm going to do. How can I get a better user experience? And I will make a quick one in about a minute. Can you tell us how we can break into how some can break into the as a product, as a brand designer? Okay, so Boma, you're saying my voice is okay. Okay, thank you. I'm sure it's better now. Please confirm if it's better now.
Mic check. Can you hear me now? Apologies.
All right, clearly.
You guys couldn't hear me well before. Is it better now?
Yeah, sure, it is. It's better.
Okay, thank you. Apologies for the other time. I hope you didn't miss out from so much.
No. So, did you hear my question clearly?
Yeah, I did hear your question.
Okay, so I was saying in a minute.
I think your mic is muted.
All right, guys. Let me see. Adiola is going to try to join back, but pending the time she joins back. Let me confirm. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Micah.
All right. So let's see. I think Adiola is back. Let's try and see. Adiola, can you speak, and let's see if we hear you.
All right. So confirm if you can hear me clearly now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Okay, I can hear you clearly.
Thank you. Thank you. So yes, thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Mr. Faye. Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate it. So, Ayo, quick one. You want to tell us how to break into the brand design industry?
All right. So breaking into the brand design industry, just like you want to break into any other industry, you need to start off with learning. And before actually going to learning, you need to actually start off with preparing yourself, preparing your mind to do something. I know if there's one thing I love Micah for when we're in design school, it's the fact that Micah would always want to make you be in a ready state to actually learn and absorb as much as you can learn. So the brand design space, you need to learn basically everything. As I'm still learning at the moment. So you don't stop learning. However, you need to start with the basics. Boma mentioned some basics earlier. So the design field actually operates with the same basics. So the same basics you need to learn in product design is also the same basic you need to learn in brand design, principles of colors, principles of typography, alignment, and all of that. So you need to just be sure that you're getting the right knowledge. That's one, the right knowledge, emphasis on the right knowledge because there's the wrong knowledge. So you need to be sure that you're getting the right knowledge. And then there's something called knowledge without application would be a waste. Someone says knowledge is power. But someone rephrased it of recent and said, wisdom is power because wisdom is the application of knowledge. So when you get the knowledge, application even makes it more powerful. So whatever you learn, apply. You won't get it all in a day. So when you learn today, apply. Don't be scared to make your first mistakes. Make your mistakes, you get corrected. It is in that mistakes that you get perfect. So I've seen some designs that I've done some time ago, and then now that I am better, I usually sometimes go to correct the brand, or sometimes just do something to make it better. So trust me, you need to learn, but don't stop at learning. Apply, learn,
Yeah.
and apply. Get the right knowledge. So
I hear you. I understand. Thank you so much for that.
can you hear me?
Yeah, one thing is conversation with one woman yeah, said you need to learn the basics. So most of the time people say, oh, I want to transition into tech. I want to not even just tech. So you want to learn a new thing, you want to learn how to drive, you want to learn but you're not just ready to maybe the word you not learn. Like you want to know how to do something, you want to know how to drive, you want to know how to cook, but you're not ready to learn the basics. I mean, it doesn't just work like that. So from what I understand and the math, so you need to learn not just the basics, you need to be intentional about developing yourself. So thank you so much, Ayomide. Thank you so much. Boma. So quick one, Ayomide, you want to really discuss with us how design you has prepared you for your career in terms of the technical skills, the soft skills, among all that. How do you think design you has actually prepared you for your career in the future? Let's ask your
All right. So my design new journey is actually it's quite a peculiar one because before design you, I've had quite a bit of experience with design, and then people keep wondering why do you want to learn again? Why do you want to learn again? But when I came to design you, it was a design you is like a work ready place, in the sense that you will attend some trainings and then they train you for the residual knowledge, and then you just have the knowledge, and then one day you are hoping that you'll be able to make do of something with knowledge. But design you trains you with the hard skill, and then as they are training you, they are making sure that you are getting there's something called portfolio as a designer in any field. You need to have a portfolio. Even in the banking field, they say banks have portfolios. So as anybody that you are, you need to have a portfolio. So a portfolio is like a collection of your recent works that would enable you to apply for a job. So one of the credibility, one of the success that design you has made is being able to ensure that people have their work portfolios ready, even before the end of the training, so that you are still in design school, you're already applying for jobs. So that work ready environment is one thing for me in design. And then aside just the design skills, there are other skills like the soft skills, the time management skills, skills on communication, things that are outside of just learning design. I remember I said something, design school gets you workplace ready. So in the workplace, you do not only need what's it called? You do not just need the skills you need to know. You also need the skills that would help you carry out your task effectively. Because trust me, if you are very good at what you do and then you don't know how to communicate, you don't know how to manage time, you don't know how to approach people, you don't know how to sell, you don't know how to present yourself, you don't know how to dress, you don't know how to comfort yourself. Trust me, you're not going to you'll be frustrated. You'll be a frustrated creative. You'll be a frustrated creative. So design you has a way of balancing the soft skill and the hard skill so that wherever you find yourself, you're good to go. Like you're just good to go. You're as good as good to go itself. So that's like my own highlight of that.
All right, thank you. So, Boma, over to you. You want to tell us how design you has contributed to how you transition into tech. Over to you, Boma.
Okay, thank you. So before design school, I was actually roaming around. I was doing everything. Before design you, I learned programming. I went to learn front-end development. I learned videography. I learned photography. Like I was just learning. I wanted to join the tech school. I wanted to join the tech world. But when I came in contact with design, on the first day, uh, there was something they talked about in class, and it was goal setting. So that actually helped me. I had to go back to rethink, what do I actually want? What do I want to do in life? What do I want to do? So that helped me to now balance my life. After thinking it through, I decided that okay, this is what I'm going to do. Product design. So this is what I am going to do. Aside the fact that they helped me to re-strategize and think of a particular thing to do, design also helped me in my communication skill. So I used to be this very shy person that I don't talk, but attending design school, you would have to present your work. You would have to do presentation with your teammates. You have to talk to people. You have to think of how to get this done. So in the process of design school, I started communicating with people more. I started all of those things. So they also taught me packaging. Ayomide also talked about it in your portfolio. So that was like the first time I had to know that as a creative, you're supposed to have a portfolio. Design school helped me to build a portfolio that I'm using till now. Then for the soft skill, you learn soft skill, time management, and all of those other things. So those things I learned during design school has actually helped me in my career today. And it's still helping me.
I thank you, Boma. So if you're listening clearly to what they said, something is very prominent in what they are saying. It's not just about getting the skills or you are, oh, you know, when someone say I want to design something, like, oh, go to Boma, she's like the god of all. You get it. It's not just about having the skill, you also need all that soft skills that you need to then to go online with your technical skills, how to communicate and all of that. They are needed as a successful tech person. So, and there's this phrase Ayomide said that really stood out for me, saying workplace ready. So it's not just about getting a skill. If you graduate today or if you're done with your training today, are you ready to get a job? Do you have what it takes to get a job? So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for that information you've given to us. So, Boma, you really want to tell us how you got your first tech job after graduation from university? How were you able to go about getting a job? I mean, your job search story, basically. So, guys, let's make sure that we are putting our words together without judging on it. We are far behind time. I don't want us to go behind our time for this webinar. So, Boma, over to you. You want to tell us about your job search story?
Okay, so about my own job search story. So what I did immediately after design school, I did not just want to stay in the house. So I had to reach out to, now this is one thing most job seekers don't do. I had to reach out to organizations I know around. And I told them, okay, I just finished design school and I'm looking for where to intern. And that was how I got my first job. After messaging the CEO of the company, I told him I wanted to work for him, that I wanted to improve my skills from what I've learned in design school. And that was how I was called and I started working there. I started growing my skill. So it's about looking for the job first. It's not even so it's not just looking for this job. So I tell people also this, that as a product designer, there are different ways you can get job. aside applying for jobs every time. Once you see opportunity, you apply for it. You can look at these companies. You can get a list of these companies and look at their websites, look at their mobile apps, use the knowledge you've gotten, look for issues with this, design for them and send it as a proposal. When you start doing it, they would actually call you.
Okay. So something stood out for me, Boma, strategy. So when it comes to job searching or job hunting, not every day will go on LinkedIn. A company is looking for product designer. Everybody sends. Before you know it, about 30 people is applying for a job in like 2 seconds. You're like, how? You get so there's something she said now, strategy. Not every time you have to wait for a job opening and all of that. I mean, get an app, be part of the user experience. Look out for something. I think there's a term in technology for people like that. I think they call them user bug or something. I'm not so sure, but that's something bug. So all you have to do is look out for platforms, check out for what is not working and what is working. Then you can write to them, okay, so I noticed this on your platform. How can I come in to help? And from there, it's just like shooting your shot, right? So I hear you, Boma. Thank you for that. Clear strategy on how you can get a job. So Ayomide, you want to really share with us a job search story?
All right. Um, yeah, I like what Umar said about you getting a job and putting yourself out there. But for me, it's quite peculiar because yes, that's a very good route to get a job, but also you do not want to ignore the route of the people around you. So that's another way to get a job, which is actually one of the things that helped me, because sometimes, yeah, you apply, sometimes you get the job, sometimes you don't. So you do not only rely on that, you also rely on people around you know that is what you do, credibility, some of the things you've done. So I would say that foundation. And then the amazing thing was that I got 2 jobs on the same day. One is virtual and one is remote. I mean, one is virtual and one is full time. And I did not decline any. So recommendation, don't ignore the power of recommendation, but you need to work to get recommended. I'm sorry, there's so much noise from my end.
All right. Thank you, Ayomide. Thank you so much. So if you listen closely, Ayomide talked about networking, talked about applying, like we said. Boma mentioned that you need to look out for companies yourself, do work on their design and all of that. Yes. So all of this I said is the strategy, right? They're all strategy. You might want to wait, you might want to be the person that, okay, I'm just gonna wait here for vacancies and I'll apply, or you want to check into your own network, right? Who and who can recommend me for jobs? Can my own previous jobs also let someone recommend for that person? So there are diverse ways to get a job. It's not just, oh, we all have to wait here for vacancies to be open, then we apply. You can get your previous job can speak for you. And like Boma said, you can also look out for openings that people are not even companies that don't think they want to apply somebody. I mean, look into it deeply and that can also work for you. So yes, strategy. Thank you so much, guys, for all of the answers. So we are running up this section quickly, but before then, Boma, you want to tell us one biggest lesson you learned on your career path? I mean, working with cross-functional teams, or what has changed your perspective all along since you got on this career path as a product designer? You want to quickly share that with us? Boma, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Okay, so one thing I've learned as a product designer is the fact that I became more patient. I because I had to work with the design thinking process. I don't just do things again just like before. I can just stand up and do something. But now I do take time to empathize with people very well. I can stay, and there's some things I want to do, and I'll look at it from the user's perspective. If I am a user, am I going to do this or not? So one of the biggest lessons I've learned as a UI UX, as a product designer, is the fact that I'm more patient. I now have empathy. I now think of every problem as something that I can solve, and with solutions.
All right, thank you. So someone is saying my voice is low. I guess it has to do with network. I am so sorry about that. But Maureen, please, I need to confirm if you can hear me. Please confirm if the audio is better now. All right, so Boma is saying that she tries to put herself in the space of a user. So you're probably working on an application. I know how frustrating it can be. You want to do something and you can't get it done. So she's saying that she puts herself in the position of the user. So yes, and she learns patience because this is someone who's giving you a brief. Oh, I need to work on this, work on this. You need to be patient when working with people. So I hear you. Ayomide, you want to also share with us one big lesson you've learned as a brand designer?
Yeah, brand designer. If you listen when I introduced myself, I don't know if the network failed at that point. But one of the things I said is that as a brand designer, you qualify to be a doctor. Not necessarily the doctor of health, but the doctor of businesses, because you determine you are a large, I won't say only you, but you have a large share in determining whether a brand would be alive or whether a brand would die. So you need to carry a new mentality, and that mentality is the mentality of I am a doctor, I am a life giver. Because if you look at it, business is what earns people income. And then if you are not doing your job as a brand designer, people's businesses are failing. And if people's businesses are failing, you are denying them of making money. So as a designer, you are not just that designer that is designing because you are a designer, you want to earn 2K. No, you are a designer because people need to make money, and you need to help them make not just money, but even more money. So that's been my greatest lesson as a designer. And I learned from one of the mistakes that I made when I had not realized, because I worked on a project and then I realized that my not responding to this project on time, that's time management, would make somebody lose a job, would make somebody lose a contract. So that's time. You need to learn the big lesson of time, the time factor. This particular discipline is timely paced. So you miss out on timing. You are not the only one missing out, but you're also affecting other people. Just the same way a doctor, if a doctor snoozes on treating an emergency patient, that patient is going to die.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Ayomide. So there was something Ayomide said earlier. He's saying that as a brand designer, you have what's it called now? What's the word? You have the life of a brand in your hand. That is what you give to a brand will help people make an informed decision if they are going to patronize that brand or not. Yeah, so or if you ask me, I think that is a very good point. So as a brand designer, as a graphic designer, what you do directly or indirectly affect the success or the failure of that brand. So for everyone that is here and you're thinking you should go in or you should start a career as a brand designer, please bear in mind that what you do, your output, your turnout is going to affect the life of a brand, so to say. From here, I think Ayo is off this call. So, Boma, quickly, you want to what's your encouragement to those that want to start or are trying to get into tech that want to be a product designer? What is your own encouragement to these people?
Okay, so I'm encouraging everybody that wants to venture into product design that it's the right space. It's growing daily. The average salary of a product designer is almost 4 million presently in in the world. But one thing you need to know that for you to excel as a product designer, you would actually need hands-on experience. You need to learn more through a project. And that's one thing DesignU would actually give to you. You would get project upon projects that you can work on. Another thing you need to know is, as a product designer, you should always look out for criticism. Now, most people take criticism the wrong way. So I can remember when I first started, my first designs, and compared to my present design, is not the same. Why? Because I took out time to take people's feedback. Now you need to be able to take people's feedback without adding emotions to it. That's how you learn. Another thing that would help you if you're starting a product design career is you need tech communities and resources. You cannot stop reading, because at every point we have new things coming in. So you need to read, you need to study, you need to be on top of your game, follow trends to be able to excel very well. And lastly, you need to make learning fun. So most people don't like learning. They don't encourage people, like they don't like learning. If you like learning, at every point, every day, one thing I've done so far in my life is I don't allow a day pass without reading a blog or something that is related to product design. Anything related to product, whether product management, software. Now, as a good product designer, you need to know, you must not be a coder, you must not be a software developer, but you need to know all of this. So it will also help you learn about trends, learn about tools and the rest of them, so that when you're designing as a product designer, you are not only just designing for your users, you're also thinking of the software developers. So you don't get to design what they would not like. But one thing I will tell you, it's a good field to come into. It's something you enjoy as you go on.
Okay, thank you, Boma. Thank you. So, um, if I hear it clearly, Boma is saying that if you want to go into the tech space, if you want to become a product designer, you need to be intentional about growing yourself. I know just in transitioning into tech. I mean, as individuals, on daily basis, we should be intentional about our own self growth, which in turn will affect things we do and affect our work. So, I need to confirm if you're still on this call. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm on the call.
All right, thank you. So what's your how would you encourage those that are looking to transition into tech and most especially getting in as a brand designer? What would be a word of advice to them?
Okay, so if there's one encouragement that would give, that would be the encouragement that might start out as not so much of an encouragement, because, well, not because it's not an encouragement, but because it is what it is. As a designer, sometimes you are struggling to introduce yourself to people, and then you are trying to say, I'm a brand designer, and then people are still asking you, so what do you do? I think it's a general thing with creatives. Creatives, just for some funny reasons, find it hard to introduce themselves to people or to introduce what they do to people. But one thing I've learned is that as a brand designer, I've been exposed to everybody from all walks of life. So as a designer, everybody needs you. That's one thing you need to bear in mind. Everybody needs you. As I am, there are some things that I would not need to pay for. Why? Because I have a good network of people. For example, as a designer, I've worked for a law firm. I've worked for lawyers, so I know lawyers. As a designer, I've worked for engineers, so I know engineers. As a designer, I've worked for caterers. So one day, if I need anything around that field. So design is one field that enables you to know everybody, the government sector, Medical Association of Nigeria,
Yeah.
all of those people. So design is just that one field that
That puts
everybody
you
needs.
everywhere.
And
Yeah.
then it positions you such that you are not struggling for network. Imagine you are doing a job, and then that job, the only people you know are the people in that job. you know, it's going to stress you, right?
Yeah, sure.
Imagine you're an accountant, and then the only people you know are accountants, fellow accountants, and then all of you are doing ACAs and all of that. So I'm just trying to say that as a designer, one good encouragement is that you are not limitless to a pool of resources, a pool of
Yeah.
people, a pool of network. If anybody finds my trouble today, I know somebody in the Air Force
Yeah. So
that is going to.
thank you
So
so
if
much.
I exactly.
Yes. So thank you for that. Thank you for your time, Ayomide. Thank you, Boma. I want to believe we all learned something from this section. Strategy when it comes to job searching. Yeah, so you don't deceive yourself. As soon as I get to the tech, as soon as I learn that skill, I will get a job. As you're learning, you have your strategy all lined up on how you want to get a job afterwards. And I must say, it's not it might not be easy, but then there's something that comes good at the end of it. So guys, the panel section is over, and I want to believe we all learned something from this amazing mind. So Micah will join us to just continue the session, and we'll wrap up as soon as possible. Thank you guys for sticking around. Micah, over to you.
All right, thank you very much. I mean, what a conversation. All right, what a conversation. So many things to learn. Actually, I mean, thank you very much, Oma. Thank you, Ayomide. I mean, these guys are. I mean, I'm just really inspired, and to see growth, to see improvements, just on the premise that somebody has decided to say, I'm going to be better for myself. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do something better for myself. And I'm going to do, just as much good to myself as much as possible. Right. And just following up on the conversation we are having earlier, right? So you read from there, right? You read about that the point came when they learned is tech skill, right? And if you also notice when Ayomide said earlier about that he has done trainings before. It's not that DesignU training was the first for him, and but when it came to design, there was a difference, right? And you see, any training that we do in DesignU, I mean, and this is talking about tech school now under DesignU, all our previous programs, right? They are things that sell for themselves, right? In as much as we don't make so much noise on social media, but the results are out there in the market. The results are out there in social media. We have some of our graduates that have gone on to, and they are currently earning in foreign currency, different. I mean, so we had a webinar some weeks ago, and we had one of them, people that earning in foreign currency that came around. And so tech school really, it's the platform really. You want to get into tech, you want to learn technology. This is the platform created for you to learn technology, guys. This is not a way to get you into doing something. To be very honest, it is just the absolute truth. We've done this a number of times, and trust me, a lot of people, right? We lack balance, right? So you have a goal. You want to get into tech. You want to become a tech bro. You want to earn a lot of money, or you're currently on ASU strike, and you don't really know what to do from here. Having a lot of time running on social media, maybe TikTok, maybe Twitter, maybe Instagram, and you don't know what to do, or you're even currently earning some money, and you can earn more than that. The beauty of tech is that, look at Ayomide, for example. Because of his skill, it can, it can he has two jobs, right? And he can manage between those two jobs, right? I mean, in terms of he can work, there is a job that he has fully remote, there's another job that he has to go physically. All right, we're wrapping up. I mean, in case you're thinking of leaving, I'm just trying to share that it gives you that opportunity, and tech school is designed to actually be that perfect opportunity for you to get into tech, and not only get into tech, transform your lives. the conversation we've been having earlier, and a lot of things that we talk about has been suited towards you saying that you can learn a tech skill and actually see a changing result, like a life-changing result for like really, so this is something that tech school really is just a platform for you. So what I encourage everybody to do right now is go on to designu.io/tech school right now. But just before we go on, let me share some of the things that some of the courses that will be taken at tech school. Graphic design, I spoke about graphic design earlier. For example, you want to be like Ayomide, currently on 2 jobs. Let's say he started if you want to check what he studied or what he learned is graphic design, right? Then when you move to graphic design, you understand product design, you understand how to brand, so that's pretty much that field you want to be able to design this slide, right? I believe that you see this slide and you say, this slide looks nice, not not pridefully, very humbly saying that, but this is what it's about, communicating in an appealing way, right? Not too much drama, not too much text or just communicating effectively. And pretty much that's what DesignU is all about. That's what this tech school program is all about. You've been thinking about, you just have those guys that are in tech. Guys, man, this is the opportunity for you. There's no going back, there's no going back and forth. This is the opportunity for you to actually get into tech. You've thought about it long enough. You've said Google, you've watched some YouTube videos. This is design, all our trainings are designed, you actually consolidated in terms of they are built to a way that actually helps you get a results, right? They are results driven, and let me tell you ahead, it's intensive. So it helps you get the work done. All right. So product design is also another skill. Boma is a product designer, and she's doing amazingly well at that. You got some of the feedback that she gave when she learned product design, and if you notice, it's just been a very awesome, super awesome journey. All right, now, so moving on to product management. Product management is the third course that we're currently offering at tech school. Not DesignU, so we have other trainings in data science and analytics. We have web development, other courses like that in addition to these 3. So we currently have up to 5 courses that we're in design. But for tech school, you can enroll in one of these 3 courses. For product management, I mentioned about it earlier. It is the process of planning, developing, launching, and managing a product or service to success, right? So if you want to learn any skill in tech, guys, this is just a perfect opportunity. Anyone that wants to learn tech, you would know anyone that wants to get into tech. What about the top speaker, Remy? So I think the flyer you saw was the initial flyer, and that flyer was for was the previous flyer we had. That's Remy Leko. She graduated from our program in 2020. She and Boma were actually, on the same set, right? So that webinar has passed. So we're supposed to have the third person also, Alex. For some unforeseen circumstances, we couldn't get through to him today. But in subsequent webinars, you can also have him. He is a very top-notch graphic designer, and he's quite experienced, very experienced in that. So like I've been saying, right? This is not trying to get you to do anything, right? But let me now explain to you now. So the program is paid, right? These are they are paid trainings, and it has weekend and weekday cohorts. So for example, you're working and you cannot come into trainings during the week. We have the weekend option, right? We have the weekend option such that you join classes on Saturday and Sunday evening. All right. So that's something that we've looked at this in a way that works for everybody. So you're not actually left out. So the program fee is actually 50,000 naira. All right. It is 50,000 naira. 50,000 naira for the program's fee. So that is the weekday program is 50,000 naira. But however, the weekend program runs for 75,000. If you think about it, check a lot of other organizations that run trainings in tech, you won't get any training like this. Come on, like, I mean, for real. You can check online. I mean, I don't just want to check and be showing you platforms. Some of these popular platforms, if you check, trainings are, upwards of 100,000, upwards of 200,000. There are even some product management training that someone told us in the previous webinar that it's up to a million naira, right? So I'm just letting you know really that it's such an opportunity. And to be very honest, the training starts on the 13th of June, right? 13th of June, that's this coming Monday, right? And you know what, the truth is that the earlier you get this opportunity, the better, right? And you know what, I'm just going to encourage everybody here right now is make a commitment payment today, because as a matter of fact, if you're not able to join the program today, you might not be able to get this kind of opportunity. And because this is the pilot phase of the program, by the next course, we can have a different price, and different price means more price. So I'm going to drop a link for you in the chat shortly that would, so you can make a commitment payment. So if you have a question, just let me know. Let me know if you have a question. So now, right, if you look at the chat, if you look at what is on my screen right now, what it basically says is, okay, someone is asking what's the commitment fee. Just a moment. All right, so I just dropped that link on the chat now. So I'm going to come to that, Sadiq. Now, this remark says that opportunity is missed because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Opportunity is missed because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. So Thomas Edison, who's Thomas Edison? I'm sure everybody knows. You know that story of the guy that was trying to fix a bulb and get a bulb to work for 1,000 times, right? Maybe some people say 100 times, some people say 10,000 times, some people even say 100,000 times, And if Thomas Edison is saying something, I think it's something that is an idea and understanding that everybody wants to partake of. Opportunity is missed because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Sometimes, you've thought about it, I want to get into tech, right? But my question to you is, would you take the leap, right? Would you take the leap? Would you take the leap? Would you step out of your comfort zone and say that I want to get this thing done? So some people are leaving now, and no issues, to be very honest, no issues at all, but it's just interesting to see. You know why? Because a lot of us talk about tech guys that inspire us, but if you ask those guys, a lot of them, they started at one point and they got the skill that they needed to become whoever they are today. So opportunity is missed once again because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. I'd encourage everybody that is currently on this webinar today, even as you go, that share this link with somebody, and let's all get into this tech space, right? There's so much opportunity that we can actually get. There's so much opportunity that we can benefit from if we stop looking at opportunities like work, right? Opportunities for growth, opportunities to develop. You want to make a lot of that money. So what you have to do is put in that work. Thomas Edison made an invention, and it made the foundation for all the lights that we see in the world today, like the foundation of it, and his name will never be written off history, like never ever be written off history, So my advice, honestly, to everybody here is don't miss this opportunity. Honestly, don't miss this opportunity. Don't miss this opportunity. Imagine if I had come here and I've said something like, okay, you want to get into tech. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to just help you. Okay, I just saw something. Oh, okay. All right. So, imagine if I'd come to this webinar and I just said something like, I want to help you get something. I want to help you get a job, right, for free, or I want to do something, do this and do this and that, because, or I just want to give you a job for free. I'm sure that a lot of people will be interested in it, but interesting thing is, it doesn't just work like that. You put the seed in, you get the feedback. If you hear from Buma earlier, feedback made her better, right? The feedback at the time it came, it might be uncomfortable. You might not be happy with it. When the work needs to be done, it might not be something you're happy with, but she can now come back to speak to other people now because she has gone through the process and she is now better for it. Now, so I have some questions. What is the commitment fee? So the commitment fee minimum is 10,000 naira, right? The commitment fee minimum is 10,000 naira. So commitment fee for any of the courses is 10,000 naira. You make the commitment fee within today and Monday. So Monday is a public holiday, I agree. However, we're not going to have a class on Monday. The class is going to start officially on Wednesday, right? So the classes are 3 days in a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So you can have time to practice, can have time to take notes. However, for the class we're going to miss on Monday, what's it called now? We're going to take it back. When you join the program, we are going to know about that information. All right. So yeah, Monday is a public holiday. Let me see. Benson, I wish you joined. I wish you waited to hear this opportunity. Anyways, so like I was saying right now, we're not going to break this down a little further for people that are still here up to this last moment. Now, if you're going to join the product design class, and you are going to join the weekday course, right? We're going to give you a massive discount, right? The program is already very discounted. So if you pay, we're going to give you 20,000 naira off from the program fee. So if you pay 30,000 naira, we're going to clear off the other bill for you, right? So that is the best you can get it. To be very honest, you can check some of our students out on social media. Check our Twitter page, DesignU Online. Check on Instagram. You're going to see what some of our students are doing, and I'm sure you would know that this is something that you would like to do. All right, so I'd really encourage you to make the best of this opportunity. If you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, Stephen Mayowa, I'm going to unmute you now. All right, Stephen Mayowa, please go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I wanted to ask that the training, is it physical, and where is your training address? I was asking it in the group chat the other time.
Okay. All right. So the training is fully virtual, right? It's fully virtual, and so I know that there are a couple of people that have challenges with doing online trainings because maybe you've tried to learn something online before and you could not follow through. Trust me, our programs are not like that, right? DesignU Tech School is going to change your idea about how any virtual training you've had before, right? We've had fully virtual trainings, we've had hybrid trainings, and the way the world is moving also, that's why we are really bent on having remote training. So when you get a remote job, you are not just now trying to be disciplined about going to work or about delivering your task, right? So I've just so I hope I answered your question, Stephen. So the program is fully virtual. You're going to get an email over this weekend, or now you're going to join a WhatsApp group. Sure. I know a lot of people struggle with virtual training, but trust me, this is that training that will change your mind. So this is a commitment payment, right? So you're going to see that it's going to actually change your mind. So you make your commitment payment, and by week 4, so the program is 6 weeks. So by week 4 of the program, you'll be able to yeah, I mean, you need to make the complete payment, right? You need to balance up your payment. So don't worry, I can assure you that there is absolutely nothing. You've not seen anything like design training, because the training is actually designed to help you. It's designed to help you see. We're currently out of time, so let's wrap up, guys. Once again, this is not an opportunity you want to miss out on in any way. This is not an opportunity you want to miss out on in any way. All right. So let me see. How do we get the software installed since it's remote? So yes, so the program such that, so let's say I'm teaching you, for example, I'm going to install it on my computer, and you are going to see what you're going to see how I'm installing it. So oh, so someone got disconnected. Sorry, Maureen. So you're able to easily install it. Really, trust me, there's nothing that you want to do that will be difficult because it's remote. So imagine if it's just like the way I've been controlling my screen. You'll be able to easily move your screen around, you'll be able to see what your instructor is doing live in class, and you would understand it absolutely clear. Maureen, okay, I understand. Sorry about your network, or sorry about if it was your device, but you're going to get an email for the webinar recording. And also, this is currently being live streamed. So in case you want to watch the live stream, in case I think YouTube is going to be ready just immediately. So you can just go on and, watch the YouTube, right? Yeah, so I think I'll try to get, okay, so I've gotten the link to the YouTube, and I'm just pasting it. So you can go ahead and watch it again. You're interested, Ayola? Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that discount is it works only if you make payment before Monday. All right. So I encourage that you do that right away. So the program courses originally, they are all 150,000 naira each. But because of I mean, we just want to see a lot of more people get into tech, so we've heavily slashed them already to 50,000 naira each for the weekday classes. Now, the program is not actually 30,000. It's only discounted. If you go to the website, for example, you won't see this link. You won't see this webinar payment link there. Do you get? You won't see that link there. So it's just a discounted price. It's a discounted price for a period of time. And if you have any challenge making payment, or you need an account detail, so I'm going to drop a number for you where you can just chat somebody on my team up, and you'll be able to speak to the person, and you get the account details. I think Adiola would help us share the number to the chat. All right. So Ayola Basira, I hope I answered your question. Kayode, I also hope I answered your question. Maureen, discount to graphics designers. Okay, so let me see. Let me confirm. When would you like to make your payment? So I mean, because it depends, right? So you know what, Maureen. Also, so that we're just being fair to everyone. If you can also make your payment before Monday, right? If you can make a payment of 30,000 before Monday as complete payment, then you're going to get that 20,000 naira off again. But if not, you can just make a payment of minimum of 10,000 or 20,000, 10,000 minimum, just so that we know that we can schedule you for the class, and connect you to the class. All right. So I hope that's clear. I hope that's clear, everybody. I hope that's clear. Toyosi, Kayode, I hope I've answered all your questions. Ayola, Maureen. All right. Thank you very much, Maureen. Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you in class, Maureen. I really look forward to seeing you in class. Trust me, it's not anything difficult at all. Just make a commitment payment, really, and you're good. You're good, really. You're good. Trust me, you will be one of the people that would call to also come back to, speak to people, very soon that, okay, you've gone through this program, come and speak to some other people that are about to do the same and tell them your experience. I can assure you the organization is a very value-driven organization. There's no need to, so these guys that we brought, you know, and people that were on the previous webinar we had, check them out and reach out to them. Check them out, reach out to them. You know, so you know if there was a maybe coercing or giving them a script to talk about. All right, you know, this is purely their experience, right? And I can assure you that you commit yourself and you're definitely going to have that same experience, you know, that same experience. Now, so the details have been dropped on the group. So please, if you want to chat somebody up, if you want to speak to somebody, just let us know. Just do that right away. All right. So what time during the day? So classes starts daily by 10 o'clock and ends by 1 p.m. 10 o'clock to 1 p.m. every day. 10 o'clock to 1 p.m. every day. So it's 3 hours of intense class. You're going to have, you know, there's going to be a break sometime during the class, you know. Just about 15 minutes, 30 minutes break. Just, I mean, sometimes it's walking break and class, but yeah, on break, or you just want to stretch your leg and all that, you know. Trust me, it's going to be an amazing class. All right, and I look forward to seeing you guys very soon. Fit your plan. Absolutely. I mean, that's really awesome, Ayola. All right, so I look forward to seeing you next week. So thank you very much. To round up, there's no need to say too much story on this. Like I've been saying, I can assure you, this is that program that you'll be looking for to get into tech. You know, anyone that wants to get into tech, the link to you know, to check more details about the program, I'm dropping it right away. So you can just check it, and you know, check the program out. Check us out on Instagram at DesignU Online. You know, and this is the assurance of the assurance. Don't worry, you hear my voice during the training. So you know, we'll talk, and you know, I would ask you again if I was just talking, you know, and if you know, if you don't see the value, right? You know, so I mean, my face is even showing you. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming. Thank you for everyone that engaged. Thank you so much, guys, for taking time out. Trust me, guys, once again, don't miss this opportunity. You can reach out to somebody, ask somebody, you know, you need this skill. You really need to learn a tech skill. Ask them. You know, some people might be willing to sponsor you. You might have that 10,000 naira in your account. Put it. Just make your payment today. If you're having issues making payments with the Paystack link, chat someone on my team. Chat someone on my team up, right? And you know, you get the account details so you can make direct transfer. Don't waste that 10,000 naira. Don't squander it. I know that, you know, things are a bit expensive in Nigeria. Not even a bit. Things are quite expensive currently due to inflation in the cost of goods everywhere. You know, different things. This is that thing you can do for yourself to put yourself ahead of the market. You know, learning the tech skill literally gives you very good opportunity. You know, you're currently learning coding. Is it related to you? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know, let's say, for example, you know, I explained earlier that product design is really about designing the interface, how things look like, right? So how this my application looks like. Tech school webinar redesign. Can you see that? The way my so if I stop sharing my screen and I show you my computer screen, the way it looks like, right? So okay, let me stop sharing and share to you so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm just going to share my entire screen so you can see. So can you see my entire screen? So the way this looks like, in fact, the way when I'm hovering on this thing that it is popping up, this is the work of a product designer, right? Product designer design is that, okay, there should be a feature that makes people do this, right? That, okay, when I hover on this, you see this color changes, you know, you see this comes up when I hover on it, you see. So this is the work of a product designer, then passes it on to a developer. So when you're learning coding, absolutely, you know, design, product management, coding, they all intertwine. They all work together to create any product, anything that you've seen, any WhatsApp, Instagram, Google, Facebook, Zoom, Apple Music, iCall, anything, everything that you've seen, iMessage, all those apps that you've seen, Microsoft Word, they all work together to bring it to place. So it all intertwines, all right? So once again, as a weekend gift, if you know anyone that wants to get into tech, guys, we're even going to extend it. We're going to say that maybe you watch it on YouTube, right? So in case a person is not on Zoom, just reach out to them, tell them, make a commitment payment of minimum of 10,000 naira before Monday, before the end of Monday, actually, before the end of Monday, before the end of the public holiday. And, by Tuesday, you get an admission email, and then we move on from there. Okay. I can assure you that at the end of the 6 weeks training, you are going to be different. You're going to see yourself and appreciate the fact that you took this decision today. All right. Thank you very much. We are out of time, and I wish you a very great and awesome weekend if there are no other questions. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. Once again, my name is Mike Atimley, and I'm signing out. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye. All right, guys. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. In case you want to say hello, your mic is unmuted. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Looking forward to seeing you in tech school next week. Bye. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Bye. 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 Looking forward to seeing you next week. Bye. All right, guys. Bye. Bye. Looking forward to seeing you next week, guys. Looking forward to seeing you next week. See you next week. Bye. 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 All right, see you guys next week. See you guys next week in the class. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get it done. All right, guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye. It is good to meet you next time. It's good
to meet you too. Good to meet you too. See you. I hope I see you in class next week, right? So I hope I'm going to see you in class. All right. Bye. All right.